Hi everyone, I'm here to talk to you today about relationship selling and maximizing your revenues in your business from your existing clients. Now, there will be some trainings as part of this 4-day program which all talk about leads, how to generate new leads, marketing methods, and client attraction methods. In this specific training, I'm going to be talking to you about how to generate more sales and get more revenue from your existing clients. And often this part of running a business can be overlooked. It can be quite, nice to put things out on social media and to go for the shiny big objects. And we've got, 15,000 new leads in the business or whatever that looks like for you. But actually your current client base is an untapped goldmine of potential sales and revenue for your team and for your business. So we're going to really dive deep into what this means and how you can start thinking about generating more money from your existing clients. So on average, it costs about 7 times more to generate new leads and get more sales through a business through marketing and paid advertising than it is to actually just look at your existing clients and start selling into those existing clients again and managing those relationships properly in order to maximize revenues for yourself and your business. So there's 2 ways to grow and scale a business. And the first way is to get new leads and get new sales in the door. And the second way is to deepen your relationship with your existing clients. Now, deepening your relationship with existing clients is amazingly important in order to get you the growth you need without costing a fortune. This is because your current clients already know you, they already like you, they already trust you, they've been through your onboarding process, you know a little bit about each other, which is really helpful, and you know how your products and services can really benefit them and their business. So I'm going to dive straight into it and give you some great tactics on how to start thinking about managing those client relationships. So I go for the KYC. So most of you probably know that KYC means like know your customer. And often in a business sense, KYC is things like getting a utility bill, finding the passport, verifying some company documents. I use KYC for knowing your customer. And to me, knowing your customers is the best way to start making revenue from those existing clients. So the more you know about your customers, the more you know about their growth plans, the more you know about what their projections are for the year, what products they are launching, releasing, what they're to holding any events, what their big plans are. The more you know about what's going on in their day-to-day running of their business, the more you can squeeze and fit your products in to help them get to their goals. Because in the end, relationship management and selling into your existing clients is all looking for that win-win. You're looking for your clients to get the win of growing and scaling their business and getting, the services they desperately need. And it's a win for you because obviously you're growing your business, you're getting more sales and more revenue. And both businesses get to grow and succeed and have products and product suites which are suitable for their business. So start by getting to really, really, really know your customer. So someone gave me some advice at the real beginning of my sales career, and it was like, know your customer to the exact moment, like, their kids' names, their dogs' names, what football teams they support, and really start to harbour those relationships with them and become a trusted advisor into their business. One of my most successful accounts when I was an account manager in technology was, I grew a business from about 350 grand a month to 4.2 million a month. And that was all through relationship selling. It was all through deepening my relationships and becoming a number one supplier within their business. So it's really, really important to look at those clients you currently have and which ones you think or know are going to start bringing in revenue or have got big growth plans for the year. So really consider getting to know your customers, and you just need to really pick up the phone and speak to them, or even better, like an in-person, face-to-face meeting, which I know at times can be difficult in times of pandemics or flights or being in different locations, whatever that looks like. But maybe even just a Zoom call just to get physically in front of them and just ask them some really open-ended questions like, what are your plans for 2021, 2022? Any kind of senior executive business owner will know what their business plans are for the next 3 years, roughly. I mean, obviously things are up for change, but they'll probably know exactly what they're launching, when they're launching, and what products are coming out. So ask some questions. What are your plans in your business for the next 1 to 5 years? What does that look like? What are you launching? What are your targets? What do you want to achieve? And really kind of listen to what they have to say. Because in my opinion, listening is one of the most undervalued sales skills you can have. If you can listen to what your customer is telling you of what they're launching or how they're doing and the struggles they've got or where they're, struggling in their business overall, you can really start to think about how you can help them overcome those problems. So question number 1 would be, what are your plans for the next 1 to 5 years? And then question number 2, which I've kind of already said, is what are you struggling with right now in your business? Where do you want to be? What's stopping you from getting, the products out you want or the revenue goals you want? And again, sit back and listen and take lots of notes and absorb the information and start thinking about how your products or how your company's products can help really overcome these problems. And outside of that, once you've done that kind of initial kind of gauging questions, another really important question I would ask as well is, how many other suppliers do you have? What other suppliers do you have that offer a similar service to me? Because again, in sales, you want to know who your competition is, who you're against, what kind of relationships they have with other suppliers or other business owners. If you're a freelancer, for example, do they employ any other freelancers in their business or in their teams? And what does that look like for them? So you kind of do the initial research of where they're going and where they want to be. Your next step in kind of deepening these relationships is to speak to them every day or every other day, or drop them a message, an email, really low key. Doesn't have to be kind of like, really business talks. What are you up to? You noticed the other day football team was on. How are things going? How are your numbers looking at the moment? Industry trends are doing this. Kind of like build those little relationships with them every so often and really kind of get to understand the troubles that they're facing in their business and, more importantly, how you can help them overcome. So the next phase after that would be to really look at how you can become a trusted advisor. So we all know that giving value and educating your potential client is one of the best ways to gain their trust, but also become a preferred supplier to them, because they want to have somebody that knows more than they do, or can give them more advice, or can help them elevate their business. So really think about how you can become a trusted advisor, educate them, give them industry knowledge, industry insights. Think about how you can deliver little bits of value all the time to them. And the more you get to obviously build the relationship, you know what their plans are, you've given them educational tips and industry advice, then what happens is you become this trusted partner. And if they have a product they want to launch in your area, or they have a need in the expertise you have, you become the person they ring and pick up the phone to and say, hey, by the way, we're thinking about doing this. What do you think? Do you think this is going to work? Do you think, do you have a product that could fit into it? And all of a sudden, because you have a relationship with them, because you've educated them, because you know their plans, you can then start selling it into them and say, actually, Q3, we're releasing this, and it can help you overcome this, this, and this, and I really think it would help you with your launch. So all of a sudden, you become a trusted advisor in their business, and you know them even better, and you're selling to them. And all of a sudden, any other supplier doesn't even get a look in, because you are then their preferred supplier. You're the first person they pick up the phone to when they've got like a question about your industry, about your space. And this is like the ultimate goal that you want to get to. You want to be in there holding those relationships. Okay, so as soon as you become this trusted advisor and your businesses become more intertwined in many ways, it then becomes harder and harder for them to substitute your business out. So, for example, if another supplier comes along, or a consultant or a designer or a freelancer comes along and says, oh, I've got this, shiny new project, and can you do this? All of a sudden they're like, oh, well, actually, I've got a relationship with Amy, and she knows what she's doing, and we've worked with her for years, and we trust her, so we'd go to her first. And this is how you become the preferred person. And you're not actually like going in with a hard sell. You're just going in with like soft sales in order to help them make more money in their business and help them overcome their business problems, which also grows your business. So just to recap, you need to know your customer in terms of know their plans, know that they're up to. You need to be asking them about other suppliers, other people in their business, how their business operates. Then become a trusted advisor through giving them education, through giving them value, through, loads of touch points, coffee meetings, whatever that looks like, in order to them to want to tell you more about their business. And obviously then you become like the preferred supplier or partner. Touch more on B2B relationship selling and how to manage those relationships in more of a business-to-business environment. But what about B2C environment, or even selling online in the kind of online space? How can you keep those client relationships going, and how can you maximize revenue and sales from your existing client base? And there's a couple of ways to do that. The first one is to deliver the results. Like, we all want to get what we pay for, or even better, like deliver over the top results. But people don't want to leave feeling a bit disheartened, or they've like had a bad investment, because nobody wants to feel like they've wasted money or not had what the returns they thought they were going to get. Obviously, they're not always guaranteed, and it's never guaranteed in any market, but it's just, did they feel that they were getting what they had paid for? And the other thing is obviously delivery. So when it comes down to delivery and customer experience, what experience did they had when they were working with you? Did they have a really smooth onboarding process? Did you have a good project plan? Did they feel like they knew what was going on the whole time? Did they feel that they had total trust in what you were doing and you could deliver the results they were after? And with a great client onboarding process, with a great thank you gift at the end of working with them, a follow-up email, a year later, and in between that, kind of, checking in on them, whether that's just like really subtle check-ins, like a comment on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, just dropping a quick message, how are things going, saw you doing this, love it, hope you're doing well. It's just about this really, again, that kind of really soft relationship selling, that building those relationships, keeping in touch with people, makes them feel special. And people want to have a good experience. Like, the better they feel after working with you, the more likely they are to go and invest with you again. And as long as you have a product or service which is suitable for them, they probably would do that. So, once you have these past and previous clients, or maybe one just are working with, and they're so wowed by what you can deliver, when you launch another product or service, they want to buy it straight away. They think, yes, that's what I want. I want to invest in that because I know that Amy can deliver results. I know that the experience is really great, and she knows my business and what I want. And again, it becomes harder for other suppliers to compete against you, because you know a bit about them, you know how their business operates, you know what their goals are, you know what their fears are, you know what all these things are, in order to like blocks in order to help them achieve the growth they want. So if you don't have those relationships, you don't know that. Therefore, it's easy for another supplier to come in and say, hey, I've got a product really similar to Amy's. Do you want it? And if you haven't kept in touch with them and they didn't have a good experience, like, they may want to go over to somebody else. So your main job is to make your clients feel loved and special and deliver. And don't massively over-deliver. It doesn't have to be like super over-deliver, but over-deliver a bit. Give them more than what they're expecting for. They're always going to come back, or at least even recommend you, and want to invest in your services again. So just to wrap this up, relationship selling and building relationships with your existing customers is one of the best ways to grow your business. It's a cost-effective way to scale. It's a way to generate revenue for you and generate revenue for your customers, or give them the wins they want. And you don't have to spend hours on social media. You don't have to spend, your ad spend doesn't need to be through the roof. You just can build those relationships with the clients, and they'll want to come back for more. So make sure you ask the right questions to your customers, listen to your customers, build those relationships with them, deliver a great experience, and become that trusted advisor, so that when the next time they want to make a purchase, there's no questions asked. They're coming to you, they saw your post, you reached out to them, they loved it, and you can then start selling. So I hope you enjoyed this. My name's Amy Neal. I am an online business manager and I specialise in sales and growth.